back into Chat Sports, where I am live for another Final Four game. Duke, Houston squaring off for the right to be in the national championship game on Monday evening, as they will take on potentially Florida Gators, who just beat the Auburn Tigers 79-73. We were live for that game. We are back live again here on the channel for Duke Houston. We are set to tip off at 8:28 Central Time, 9:28 Eastern Time. So in about 11 minutes, it will be a fun environment here, a contrasting style between Duke and Houston. Houston, physical, experience, slow, defense. Duke, young, talent, freshman phenom galore, left and right. It'll be interesting to see which one prevails for a right to play on Monday night's national championship game. As always, I know we have a lot of the same people still hanging in, watching with us, but let me know where you are watching from. Shout out your city, as we are 9.5 minutes away from getting this one underway. A little bit of a delay. It was scheduled to go, 7:50? And we're 8:28. You want to go old man, on pitchforks in the line and rioting. The Final Four or any of the college basketball March Madness tip times, they should never be listed. Just say 30 minutes after the game before it ends, because it's never right. There has never been one moment in the history of America where the projected tip time was even within 5 minutes of correct. I'm being so serious. So abolish it. And that's my TED Talk.
Or if you have to have a listed time, maybe play one way earlier in the game or earlier in the day, and the other one late in the day.
Yeah. No, I can't have that too much of it. I like the doubleheader. We got Clown Boys in Dallas. Ty Man, my guy, is back from Ohio. Trent is in the building. Shout out to Gainesville, Florida for Archangel. Archangel! That's not the same Archangel from Falcons today, is it? Allie Borfa is here saying, Morgan keeps beating me in Yahtzee. Well, Allie, if you're still watching, 2 down, 2 to go. Let's see if those Duke freshmen can get the job done. Julian says, my championship is already ruined, but at least give me one of my teams. Go Duke. I should root for Duke because I have money on them, but I don't want to. So I'm kind of in a tough spot because I hate Duke. I do. Sorry. I will be unbiased, though. I was unbiased in the first game, Justin. Some people said I wasn't. I didn't like that.
I think emotions were getting the best of both fan bases in the first game.
Yeah, they were. I'm curious to see how the chat is going to be in this one, because they were very aggressive and very territorial in that first stream.
Some SEC.
And I mean, it just means more, Justin. It just means more. Well, I was looking at the chat, if I showed any excitement for any team scoring or making a play, it's just immediately, why is he biased? Give me a break here. Give me a break. You know who stinks? The Mets. They're on 2-0 to the Blue Jays. They've been watching this game the entire time. How about this? I know, I'm sorry, these people don't care. Bam Adebayo at the half, 23 points against the Bucks, 3 threes.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bam hopping in that Duffy with no Tyler Hero tonight. All right. Appreciate everyone tuning in here, as we are still about 60 minutes and change until this next game getting tipped off. Who you got? Type D for Duke, H for Houston. Who y'all rocking with? Who y'all think is going to win this one? I'm going to make that our live poll as well. Duke, Houston. We had some Chipotle, as we always do, in between that. Perfectly timed. Well, it was sitting down there probably for 10 minutes or whatever it was, but didn't also expect, as always, the longest final 2 minutes of game action in the history of mankind. Took 10 years off my life, as it always is. Archangel is rocking with Duke. Trent Duke. Tyman Duke. Double S says Duke is about to win by 20. I got him 4.5. Not that you guys care about my bets, but that's what I have. I also need Cooper Flagg to score 16 points and Kaman Malawach to grab 9 rebounds. That happens, I hit a big Prize Picks entry, which would be chills. Starting lineup set to be announced in this one. Houston Cougars coming to this game, Big 12 champions, 34-4. Duke ACC champions, 35-3. Houston went an unbelievable 19-1, in conference play in the Big 12. Duke also went 19-1. Duke's route to the Final Four, Mount St. Mary's, Baylor, Arizona, Alabama. For Houston, SIUE, Gonzaga, Purdue, and Tennessee. It'll be fun. I think this one's going to be fun. I do. I think I told you I was more excited for Florida Auburn. I stand by that assessment, even though Duke Houston is going to be a lot of fun as well. I just think that the first game was guaranteed to be good. There is a world to me where Houston gets blown out of the building.
I'm terrified of that world.
I am also petrified. My personal fire fest is that Duke is winning by 15 plus at halftime. That's my fire fest. There's nothing worse than a big-time national televised college basketball game that's a blowout. It's disgusting. No one wants that. No one wants that. Hit that like button, folks. We got 700 people watching, but only 36 likes. That's ridiculous. Help us out as we are 4 minutes until we're getting this one underway. Hit that thumbs up icon. It's very much appreciated. We're live for the first game. We're live here for the second game. We put out daily content here on the channel for NBA, NFL, college basketball, college football. We have a great crew here. It shows our bosses that we do a good job. The bosses are wanting us to get the like buttons up like they were in the first game. So help us out so the bosses aren't messaging me and Justin. Hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes right now. We got 800 people in the building. Should be easy. We just need 47 people to hit that thumbs up icon. Nick McLean's in the building saying, this is my first time tuning in to Chat Sports for basketball. I have Houston winning. I am doing a family bracket and the only one for Houston, so I'm new to this all. Well, Nick, appreciate you joining me. And by the way, Nick, you have a great first name. Spelt a little bit more different than I do. I'm Nick with N-I-C. No N-I-C-K, but that's right. Listen, Duke, it's fine. Can I say something, Justin, that I think you're going to disagree with, but it is what it is? Is this the most likable Duke team of our lifetime?
Hey, I was telling you, ever since Coach K left, I don't have the energy to hate on Duke.
Like, I still root for them to lose because I don't like Duke, and it's always the brand. But I will say, as someone who has watched this team play a decent amount of basketball, it's hard for me to watch them actually on the court. And I guarantee if you took away their jersey on the front of their name, or the name on the front of their jersey said that backward, there is not a world where I hate this team. They play hard. They are not the typical upright, like, look at me, Duke type of team. No, they play physical. They're tough. They're competitive. They have a great, it sucks that Duke has this likable of a team. And I think I'm a John Shire guy. I didn't expect this. I like him as a coach.
And they play like an NBA team, quite honestly.
It's tough, man.
Even when Coach K was doing his little one and done stint, I feel like even they still had that taste of, this is the Duke team. F Duke. But this team, I don't know. Like something different.
Tyrese Proctor is fun. Cooper Flagg is fun. Con Knapple's fun. It's great. All right, continue with that thumbs up icon. But as Duke is getting their starting lineups announced, I want to see who's ready for the game. And if you are ready for the game, spam those me's. Almost 1,000 people watching. If you're ready for the game, type those me's in the chat. We're giving shout-outs. Who's ready for national semifinal game number 2 to get underway here in just a second? Time Man's ready. Nick McLean's ready. Double S is ready. Villa's ready. By the way, I was talking about this the other day. Were you here for this? Is there anything better than the CBS basketball theme? I don't think it is. I think there is.
I think CBS has, for all their sports, the Masters.
Agree.
College basketball.
Great.
College football.
Great. Honestly, their NFL is
and even the
tier.
NFL.
CBS they know what they're doing over there. close second is Fox. I like Fox college basketball. Not often do you hear it, but when they do Friday night, like Big East and Saturday night Big East hoops on Fox, it's awesome. The theme there is great.
Newer product too, right?
Yeah, they like more basketball happening there. I like Fox, man. They do a good job. Continue to spam those me if you're ready for the game. Also, like, I don't want to be the person that just keeps on harping for likes, but the fact we have 1,000 people watching and we don't have 100 likes is downright despicable. I am borderline going to turn the stream off and go home because we don't get enough likes. If we don't get over 100 likes in the next minute and a half, Justin, I'm leaving, and you're ISOing this. It's an ISO Justin night. I can't deal with this. 1,000 people watching. We're live here for free, going to do full commentary, play-by-play analysis of this game. We just did it for 2.5 hours for Auburn, Florida, and we can't get 100 likes? This is ridiculous. Come on. And here we go. We got 100 likes, so thank you for answering my call. I was getting frustrated. SJ11 knows it. Houston wearing black unis, don't like that. They should be wearing either their standard gray or reds. Duke, they should be wearing the reds, actually. What are we doing here, Houston? Because Duke is wearing their white unis. Tip is up. Tip is won by the Houston Cougars. It will be Uzan with the ball, their point guard. He has been a rock for them this year. Him and Cryer are the two lead dogs. First possession of the game for Houston. Turnaround jumper for Roberts. Blocked by Cooper Flagg out of bounds, so it will stay with Houston. All right, here we go. Appreciate the people hitting the like button. Remember, just last year, folks, Duke and Houston met in the Sweet 16, and Duke took down Houston, who was a 1 seed last year. Duke was a 4 seed. L.J. Cryer, the leading scorer for the Cougars, driving baseline on Proctor, kicking to Uzan, corner 3. It's a good look, and he airballs it. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be last touched by the Cougars, but some nerves there maybe because Uzan is a really good three-point shooter, and he had a great look and just flat out missed it. And do we have a review 30 seconds into the game? I mean, it's, first of all, clearly off Duke. That might be one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
I think they are looking at the shot
clock.
clock.
Okay, so they actually changed the call to Houston ball, but they had to look at the shot clock. 0.3 seconds on the shot clock. So Houston has only a chance to tip it up here. They can't catch and shoot. It's got to be a tip. Uzan the inbound. I don't think they know that. I mean, yeah, like, ridiculous. Do we not know the sport? We know if it's under 0.3 or 0.3 or under, you have to tip. You can't catch. Whatever. All right, so first possession of the game is a turnover. Shot clock violation. Sion James has it for the Blue Devils. Gets it to Kneppel. Now to Flagg. Flagg inside. Floater to Malawach, Paul loose, bodies hit the deck, and Houston comes away with the turnover. Emmanuel Sharp brings it up on the left side. He is a three-point sniper. He drives on Malawach, draws a foul. I believe it will be on the floor. That's something that is interesting with Malawach. He is a dominant force on the interior, but how well can he move his feet on the exterior on the perimeter? Oh, and Tugler, a key player for the Cougars, might have turned an ankle on that possession a second ago, and he is checking out 1 minute into this game. Not good if you are a Cougar fan. Someone who's got a 7'6" wingspan can compete inside. Roberts top of the key, directing traffic, hands it off to Cryer. Cryer, looking to become a national champion for a second time, was part of that Baylor team in 21. Emmanuel Sharp from the parking lot, no good. Offensive rebound, kick out, Cryer 3. Bottoms! And the Cougars strike first in this national semifinal game. Cryer had 17 points against Houston in the Elite Eight. And the Cougars up early here. Jim Nance smiling. Not on the call, though. Cooper Flagg, left wing, driving on Roberts, has a step. Kicks it back out to Kneppel. Kneppel inside, up and under move, and one, but he can't finish. That was a point-blank layup, but he got fouled, and the freshman will go to the line for 2. Man, LJ Cryer, boy, can he shoot it. He was awesome at Baylor. He was awesome last year for Houston, and then he's been even better this year. Kneppel, an 80% free throw shooter. Freshman, 6'7", likely going to be drafted inside the NBA lottery, assuming he leaves. But you don't know because he might stay. He buries the first free throw. 3-1. Kneppel knocks down both. And now Duke is on the board for the first time. Kneppel had 21 points against Alabama in the Elite Eight. LJ Cryer has it for Houston. They run their offense with their guards, Sharp, Uzan, and Cryer. Francis gets it over to Uzan. Francis in for Tugler after he left with an injury. Uzan, pull up 3 over Kneppel. Too strong. Offensive rebound, though, by Roberts. Back out to Cryer. Cryer probing inside. Fades away at the free throw line. Comes up a bit short. Ball loose out of bounds. And that's going to go off of Houston. It's going to be Duke basketball. You could tell Miles Uzan, who's a very talented player, might be feeling some adrenaline/nerves. He's taken 2 good shots, open 3-pointers, 1 air ball long, second one hit back rim first. He's feeling the adrenaline, that's for sure. Cooper Flagg directing traffic, now makes a move on Roberts, gets inside, hangs, can't finish. Malawach can't get the offensive rebound to go, and now it falls to Uzan. Uzan leading the break. Emmanuel Sharp driving, spinning on Proctor, hanging, can't finish. Another offensive rebound for Houston. They've been all over the glass early in this one. That's something to keep your eye on. Duke, a team that has a lot of size inside, usually owns the glass, but we know that Houston team, boy, do they fight. Pick and roll, Roberts inside, floater, too strong. Flagg grabs the rebound, and he'll push now for Duke on the left side. Flagg swings it. Great pass to Sion James, corner 3. That's too long. Good box out by Francis on Malawach, and Houston, their defense winning the early battle here, only allowing 2 points through the first 3.5 minutes. Cryer has it, guarded by the freshman Flagg. Cryer makes a move, step back, 3, top of the key. In and out, no good. Kneppel with the board. He'll push up to Proctor. Proctor's been on fire in this tournament to this point. They dump it inside the Flagg, who's doubled in the low block. Flagg now resets, working on Cryer, and just tried to lob it to Malawach, but threw it too high. Turned over. Another turnover for Duke. Cryer in transition. Swings it to Sharp. Sharp drives. Pull up. Fouled. Reached in. Will it be a foul on Proctor or will it be on Flagg reaching in? But either way, Emmanuel Sharp, the veteran, the upperclassman, will go line for 2. I feel like Emmanuel Sharp has been at Houston for a long time. He always lives to screw me, by the way. I'm convinced every time I've ever bet against Houston basketball, he goes for like 25.
The one time I took him during the tournament, he had like 3 points.
Really?
And I'm like, really, dude?
On the first week of the tournament, when I hit a big prize pick, so I took his more than on 3-pointers made, so he helped me there. Sharp, the junior from Tampa, Florida, missed the first free throw. Not often. He's an 80% free throw shooter. I also say, is he the biggest 6'3" player that you'll ever see?
As far as chunky?
No, not that, but like even like height-wise. Like you look at him on the court, and I don't think he's 6'3". But he's listed at 6'3". I would have guessed 6'5", 6'6".
No need to lie about underselling your height.
I swear he looks bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm psycho. Caleb Foster into the game for Duke. He flings it to Kneppel, and Kneppel buries a 3. The talented freshman, you can't give him any airspace. He's got all 5 for Duke. Uzan doubled, throws it away. What a steal and save by Flagg. Foster in transition, gets to the rim, can't bake it home. Ball loose. Flagg drags it down, hits the deck. Houston comes up with it. Houston has a 3-on-0. And it's going to be an easy layup for the Cougars to retake the lead 6-5. Chaotic here. A lot of substitutions already for Houston. Myleik Wilson laid it in. Terrence Arsenault also into the game. Kneppel, open 3 again. Too strong. And Arsenault grabs the board. Outlets it up ahead to Wilson. Houston 2 of 10 from the field. Duke 1 of 6. Wilson, one-legged fadeaway, no good. Rebound to Foster. Foster pushing. Will now wait for his teammates to join him in the half court. Nangba checks in for Duke, by the way, the backup center. Malowicz sits down. Flag, open three. He'll line it up, and he'll knock it down. And Cooper Flag is on the board for the first points of the evening. Duke up 8-6. The Wooden Award winner, the AP Player of the Year, the #1 overall pick, assuming he leaves Duke in the NBA draft. Can't say enough about Cooper Flag and his upside at the next level. Miles Uzan has it, working on Foster, driving inside, running floater, rattles around the rim but can't fall. Rebound to Foster, and he'll bring it up for Duke. Flag swings at the Proctor. Proctor at the line, lobbing it. No, it's a floater, and it goes. So Duke now has their largest lead of the game. After a slow start offensively, they're finding their groove. 10-6. Proctor averaging 17 points per game in this NCAA tournament. Winner of this one will play Florida on Monday night for the right to be national champions. The 1 seed out of the Midwest region, Houston. The 1 seed out of the East region in Duke. Cryer, one-legged elbow jumper. Boy, was that a tough bucket from the senior LJ Cryer. Cryer now with 5 points in this one, leading the way for Houston. Foster has it, works it around the Flag. Flag looking to dish it, but can't find anyone. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to have to make something happen. Now over to Proctor. Proctor doubled, 6. Over back to Flag. Flag, 5. Pull up, 3. It's contested. It doesn't go. Excellent defensive possession by Houston. Rebound secured, and here comes Uzan up the right side. Cryer feeling it early, working in a tandem. Step back. He's open for 3. LJ Cryer can't knock it down, and Caleb Foster comes in, grabs the rebound, throws it ahead to Flag. Flag in transition, Euro stepping to the rim, and throws it down with authority. Flag now with 5 points in the ball game. So both Con Kneppel and Cooper Flag, 5 points apiece. Tyrese Proctor the other 2, and those 3 have all 12 points for the Blue Devils. Uzan, pick and roll, elbow jumper, no good, and the point guard is struggling in this one. I think he's 0 for 4 from the field. Rebound the Flag. Throws it up ahead to Foster, and they'll reset the offense. Oh, what? You don't see that often by the Cougars. They got caught napping. Backdoor cut Kneppel. Easy layup. He's got 7, and it's a 14-8 Duke lead. Did we have an under 16 timeout? Because we're at the under 12.
Hasn't been stopping to play.
I don't remember how they do it. Is it just one timeout, or do we get 2 back-to-back? I hate it either way. We'll have a stoppage in the action. Cryer probing inside, fouled on his shot attempt. So we'll go to timeout here, and when we return, LJ Cryer will go to the charity stripe for 2. Duke leads early, 14-8. Battle of 1 seeds, looking to become another, or looking to have a shot at winning another national championship. I think this is a good question. Let's ask it. Flag, obviously, main storyline in this one as Duke leads 14-8. I think he's the best freshman in college basketball since Zion Williamson. Probably lean Zion. But I think historically, if Duke caps off this national championship run with a title, I think he will have the best freshman season in college basketball history. And you can argue maybe Carmelo, who helped lead Syracuse to a title in 2003 as a true freshman, but it would be one of those 2, I think.
No Anthony Davis?
And you can make the same comparisons for this Duke team. But that Kentucky team was so loaded. How much do you put stock in the AD? He was dominant.
He swept every award, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a tough call. That's a tough call. I could see it go either way. But what does the chat say? Best Cooper Flag, best freshman since who? I probably go Zion. But let me know your thoughts. Enrico says Anthony Davis. I think that's a fair answer. I'd lean. I think he's better than Zion. I do.
Oh, Cooper Flag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I know Zion swept all the awards, had the mania, the more hype than Flag, but I'd lean Cooper Flag over Zion. So I think AD's a good one. But I'll stay firm on my call with the I think if he wins the title, it will be on par with Carmelo's 2003 run. Finn says LeBron or Curry prime. Well, that's not how that works. LeBron didn't go to college, and Steph Curry was terrific, but he was not a freshman phenom at Davidson. It was good, but not a freshman phenom. The bots are out in it. Full display early in this one, Justin. Shout out to Ty Man for taking care of business. Oh, look, there is the aforementioned Jim Nance wearing his Houston Cougars sweatshirt. Graduated from Houston. Coach K's in the building, too. See, now that's a guy I can hate. That's a guy I can hate. Is that bad to say? Probably. He's a good guy, probably, but.
I don't think so. It's sports. It's part of the game.
Part of the game. Part of the game, indeed. All right, getting back here in action. LJ Cryer will be at the line for 2. Houston trailing by 6 early. Malik Brown just checked in for Duke, the transfer from Syracuse, one of the best defensive players on the wing. Cryer makes the first free throw, as he does. Little injury. I told you we were going to do that. I told you that how ridiculous is that? We're going to timeout again. Why? Because we didn't get it under 16, so when we get to under 12, we have to do 2 timeouts in a row. Utterly ridiculous. College basketball rules or something. Well, it gives us time to tell you guys to hit that like button. We got over 1,200 people watching. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. But we got to get the likes up. Only 170. Let's get to 500 likes. So at least get to 200 likes during this second timeout in 10 seconds. Help us out here. Live for free. Went live for both Final Four games today. Me and Justin will be live on Monday night as well for Florida in the national championship game, playing the winner of this one. I think Duke wins. I just do. I do. I picked them to win. I picked them to go to the national championship game. I had them losing to Auburn. Fraudulent by me. I just couldn't stomach picking Duke. I couldn't do it.
The script, though, is going according to plan for Houston.
They're keeping it low scoring. They just got to
score the basketball.
Yeah, which is sometimes an issue. Sometimes an issue. Come on, let's get to 200 likes. We're at 191. We're 9 away. Finn's rocking with Houston. Listen. I'll be honest, a Florida-Houston national championship game, does it have the star power? No, but that moves me. I think that would be a terrific game. I think any game would be good, though, like Florida-Duke. I truly think any 4 of these teams, any of those in the national championship game would have been good. Miami's up 8 on Milwaukee, by the way. This is ridiculous. Why are they a good basketball team now? You weren't with us the other night for the Grizzlies game, or were you? No, you weren't. Oh, you missed a crazy stream, by the way. Dude, during halftime, I didn't say this. Ooh, get over his head, Nimmo. Damn it. During halftime, our viewership jumped up from 450 to 6,000. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It just jumped up 300 views every 5 seconds. It was weird, man.
For the most part. Because I know they blew the game.
Yeah, they didn't blow it. It was back and forth for the most part, but it was a wild one, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right. We got the 200 likes. Appreciate all the people who have hit that thumbs up icon. Who do I bet on this game? I bet on Duke. I bet on Florida in the first game. They won. So I won that bet. And then I've got Duke 4.5 in this one. By the way, good time to bring this up. Make sure you follow Chat Sports on Twitter/X. Our handle's right there, Chat Sports. We could throw that link if we have it. We don't. If you want to grab it, Justin, and in the live chat. Our Chat Sports social media team is working their asses off to get content on Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok. So if you want to be up to date in everything in the sports world, our Twitter's a good spot to have it. Go give a follow. Go help us out. Cryer at the line for a second. Cryer got iced. It's just ridiculous to make him do as much as what he did. He missed the second, 14-9. Duke started the game 1 of 6 from the field. Since 4 of 5. Kneppel has 7 points. What a feed inside by Malik Brown. It's kicked to the corner from Mason Gillis and then worked back around to Proctor. Proctor doubled to Brown. Brown swings at the Gillis. It's tipped by Roberts. It's stolen away by Houston. Roberts in transition gets to the rim, and he smoked the Point Blank layup. And then Houston commits a foul. Yep, this game's over. That's all I needed to see, Justin. That's all I needed to see. If you can't make a wide open fast break layup, by the way, he's a left-handed player, so his strong hand. You have no chance. It's over. Game's done. Caleb Foster inside, fouled from behind on Uzan reaching in. I think they're going to say in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws coming for Duke. Way to lay down the law, Double S in time, man. Good work. You two are the best. This game's over, right? Like, you don't miss that layup and then you win the game. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
The second it gets to 10, it's over.
Did he miss the free throw?
He did.
He did miss the free throw. I turned around for a second. So Foster has a chance to get the lead to 6. Uzan will take a seat with 2 personal fouls. That's a interesting person to keep an eye on. Foster misses both. Rebound tipped around, gathered by Kneppel, and he lays it up and in. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Largest deficit of the tournament for Houston. They trail by 7, 16-9. Matt's tied it up. Sick. Mason Gillis with the steal, and then Houston commits a foul. Good night. We're going to have this game's a blowout. It just is. I don't want to be that guy, but this one, Duke's just in a different weight class, and they're probably going to do the same thing to Florida on Monday, if we're going to be honest.
Florida's going to play like they played that second half? Absolutely. Because they did not want to win.
Yeah, you can say that again. Timeout again on the floor for an injury. I think, right? An injury? I don't know. See if we got any new followers on Twitter. Shout out to Jim Thomas, following our Chat Sports Twitter account. If anyone follows our Chat Sports Twitter account, I'll give a shout out. Tyler's telling me in the chat to relax. The game's not over till it's over. I agree. I just know when a game's over and when a game's not over. Did I not declare the game over in Florida-Auburn with like 4 minutes left? I was just like, Auburn did something so stupid. I'm like, yeah, this game's over. Florida, there's no way they lose. Even though Florida's not even that good down the stretch. Auburn just is that dumb. Jay Will with the follow on Chat Sports. Appreciate you, Jay Will. Shout out to you, Jay Will. I'm going back to my own Twitter here. Shout out to you, Mike. You guys, I know who follows and who's not. I was saying only new followers. Oh, man. This game's been choppy a little bit lately. So we didn't have a stoppage in the action for like 7 minutes of game action, then all of a sudden we had like 3 timeouts in 2 minutes.
The TV network said we're going to get our money one way or the other.
For real. How quickly do they get those other fans out of there in the student section? Where do you think they're all waiting to get into the student section?
I think I've seen it before them actually. I don't think they're allowed in the arena.
So you think they're like waiting outside and then like they have a specific time to like get in?
Mm-hmm. So they clear them all out. And then as everybody's warming up, that's when everybody starts to file in.
Interesting. All right, we're back in action. 10.5 to go in this first half. Duke leading 16-9. Con Kneppel leading scorer in the game with 9 points. He is tied with Houston himself. He's got on the left wing, driving on Sharp. Cut off, picks up his dribble, finds Malik Brown at the top of the key. It's worked around to Caleb Foster. Foster drives now. Foster hop step, lefty layup, no. Malik Brown offensive rebound and putback goes. So a 9-point Duke lead. I mean, this is potentially going to be ugly. Wilson has it top of the key for Houston. Picks up his dribble, now gets it to Cryer. Cryer is basically doing everything for the Houston offense at this point. He drives, kicks to Roberts. Roberts backing down on Brown. Loose ball on the deck. It will go out of bounds off Houston. Turnover. I mean, I don't want to keep on being that guy, but I mean, Houston just doesn't have enough offensively. They don't. I mean, yeah. I mean, how about this? There's no world they get to 30 points at halftime either. That was the world's worst bet. Malik Brown has it top of the key, gets it over to Kneppel. Kneppel driving, takes a bump, goes up, a lot of contact, no call, air ball, offensive rebound, Gillis, out to Proctor, 3, no. Ball still loose. Kneppel grabs the rebound. Back out to Proctor. Proctor to the rim. Layup, no. And Houston finally gets the board. Emmanuel Sharp brings it up on the right side. Cut off. Good defense by Foster. He's doubled. Now fouled. That's the 4th foul on Duke. It'll be side out for the Cougs. I mean, this Duke team is just relentless. They can beat you in so many different ways. Fast pace, up and down offense. They can hang 90, 100 on you. They can play excellent defense and grind it out. That's the difference between this Duke team and many other ones. They're just so versatile in the way they play. No super chats on this stream. We got some super chats on the last one. Appreciate all of them. Same menu for the tonight. $10, we'll do a wheel spin. $20 shots, $50 beer bongs. We want to get crazy here on a Saturday evening for the Final Four. Big substitution for Duke. They got Flag, Evans, Malawach, Gillis, and Sion James on the floor. They just took 4 people out, 4 people in. Sharp working in the mid-range. Gets to the rim. Running high arcing shot, no. Roberts offensive rebound, fouled on the putback attempt, and he'll go to the line for 2. Houston wanted a goaltend. Didn't get the call. Roberts free throw, no good. I mean, everything Houston needs to do to stay in this one, they are doing the opposite. Like, they literally just was like, hey, what should we do to lose by a lot to Duke today? All right, we're going to do all of that. Jawan Roberts boys that form ugly. Gets the second, though, so Houston down by 8, 18-10. Sion James brings it up for Blue Devils. Flag sets him a screen. James inside. Kicks it back out to Flag. Flag driving on Roberts. Fades away. Now drops it inside the Malawach, who's blocked by Tugler inside. What a defensive sequence there for Houston. The Cougs haven't made a shot in 5 minutes. That changes with a deep Emmanuel Sharp 3. And now the Cougar faithful has some life down 5. Second 3 of the game for Houston. 8 minutes remain in this one. Or first half, I should say. Gillis, right wing 3. No good. The transfer from Purdue can't get it to go. Here comes Cryer. Cryer probing. Has a man in the corner. Finds him. Arcano 3. No. Would have been huge for Morale. Ball loose. Cryer tracks down the rebound. Now dumps it inside the Roberts. Roberts backing in on Flag. Spins baseline. Gets back to his left hand and dumps it up and in. And here comes Houston. A little run. And then the Blue Devils are going to call a timeout. Duke wants to talk things over. Sharp with the deep 3. Roberts with the tough bucket inside over the freshman. And with 7:40 to go, Duke leads 18-15, but they just led by 9. And we got a $10 super chat from my guy Thomas Futch. Shout out to you, Thomas. Thank you for the $10 super chat, and it's a perfect time to look over that and then do a nice little wheel spin during this TV timeout. Listen, you're saying that I'm eating those words. There's nothing that I want more than a close game. I just know when I see a blowout. And you might not think it right now, but I think this game ultimately is still going to be a 10-point Duke win. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. All right, let's spin that wheel. Shout out to Thomas. Spin that wheel. And we're going to get close to a shop. Instead, make sure you follow me on Twitter. I know we talked about Chat Sports earlier, but my name is Nic Rohloff. My Twitter handle is Nic_Rohloff. Anybody who gives me a follow right now, I'll give you a shout out on the live show. I'll put the link in the live chat. I tweet about the NFL, NBA, college basketball, the NBA draft. Just got followed by Nick. Shout out to Theory of Nick with the follow. Anybody else who gives me a follow, I'm giving you guys a shout out on the live show. See if I got any more follows here. Doesn't look like it. No, here we go. We got Jay Will. Shout out to Jay Will. We got Thomas Futch, who sent in the $10 super chat. Shout out to you. A couple new followers, Jay Will and Thomas Futch. 93 Navman's in the building. Navman, how you doing, my friend? When Rebel kicks it, do I have any other platforms? I mean, I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it for content. It's kind of a personal thing, so not really, actually. I post content all over the place, but it's mostly when it comes to sports and my job here. It's all Twitter. All right, we're about to get back into action here. First half, 7:50 to go. You know what sucks is that doesn't count as a timeout, so the next stoppage in play, we're going to have another timeout. This game has been so choppy. After not having any breaks in the action for the first 8 minutes of the game, the last 6 minutes of game time has taken 17 years. All right, we're back in action. Duke has a 3-point lead. Sion James gets it over to Kneppel. James gets it back, cut off. Good defense on the perimeter by Houston. 8 on the shot clock. Cooper Flagg gets a screen. He's going to make something happen. Dumps it inside to James. James under into the basket, not having good position and can't make the shot. Roberts with the rebound. Here comes Houston. Cryer gets a screen, gets the switch. Flagg is defending. Arcano has it on the left side. Gets it back to Cryer, top of the key. Roberts sets him a screen. Roberts gets it. Driving on Malawach. Rebound. Gathered by Houston after the miss inside. Offensive chance. Second opportunity. Cooper Flagg rejects it and grabs the rebound. He'll bring it up now. And he'll slow it down. Just an unbelievable defensive play by the freshman. Second block of the game. Both by Flagg. Flagg calling for an ISO as he drives on Cryer. Flagg at the free throw line. Fading away. Mid-range shot for the freshman. Can't go. Ball tipped out of bounds to Houston. It's off Kneppel. Oh, are we not going to get the under 8? Sweet.
Hope they do a good job and not have a stoppage. Let's have back and forth basketball.
We saw it happen in the first game, so I assume it was going to happen in the second game. Maybe because they had that injury timeout in the 10-minute mark that they're like, we're good. Maybe. Roberts, top of the key, gets it over to Sharp. We've seen a standstill in the scoring here over the last couple of minutes. Sharp doubled, turns it over. Duke out and running. They got numbers, 4-on-2. But Houston gets back and forces Duke to restart. Duke has missed their last 7 shots. Kneppel, top of the key, leading scorer in the ballgame. Gets it over to Flagg. Flagg throws it inside the Malawach, who throws down a dunk plus the foul. Emmanuel Sharp came in weak side and just got a cheap ticky-tack foul. And that's one of those things, if you're Sharp, don't even bother. If you're going to foul, you got to give a hard foul. You are not going – that's also not a foul. But the point remains, oh, my God, what are we doing here? In what world is that a foul? Whatever. Malawach will head to the line, averaging 11.5 points and 6 rebounds in the NCAA tournament. The freshman, projected lottery pick, likely going in the top 10. He gets the friendly roll on the free throw, and the Duke lead is back to 6. Listen, a lot of you guys are saying I was crazy for saying it was going to be a blowout when it was 18-9. We'll see what the final score is. Listen, I don't I just know what I see, and it's a Duke double-digit win. Wilson has it for Houston. Double team. Good defense by Foster and Malik Brown. It's kicked back over to Arcano. Arcano now gets a screen. Driving, pull-up jumper at the elbow, air ball. Offensive rebound, Wilson. 5 on the shot clock. Still have a time here if you're Houston. Well, the ball gets ripped out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Roberts, so it's going to be Duke ball. Malik Brown with the excellent defense forces the TO. That's not Duke basketball, but okay. Houston averages 6.5 turnovers a game in this NCAA tournament. They have 6 already. Proctor, pull up mid-range. He banked it in. Oh, goodness. And then almost stolen away by Duke. But the Cougars hold on. Duke back up by 8, led by as much as 9 in this first half. 4:50 to go in this first 20 minutes. Wilson driving, turning around, fading away over Flagg. Air ball again. And what a box out by Caleb Foster. And it will be Duke basketball. I mean, when you just see how difficult it is for Houston to get shots up at times, how are you going to have faith that they're going to stick around with a Duke team getting good looks, just not converting at times? Foster has it for the Blue Devils at the top of the key. Gets it to Kneppel. Kneppel back to Foster. Foster driving. Gets inside. Can't finish. Ball loose. Now grabbed by Roberts. Houston hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes. Cryer almost traveled over to Sharp. Moving three. No. Rebound. Foster. Must have got hit in the eye there. No call. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Flag driving on Cryer. Gets position inside. Kicks to the corner for Foster. Swung to Proctor. One more to Kneppel. Ball movement crisp for Duke. And Kneppel buries it. Largest lead of the game for the Blue Devils. It's 11, 26-15. Houston's in trouble. .80 run for Duke over the last 2 minutes. Houston needs a basket in a bad way. Cryer on the right wing, guarded by Proctor. They're trying to get it to Roberts inside. They finally do. He spins baseline and throws down a thunderous dunk. Great spin move and acceleration by Roberts. 26-17. Roberts now with 5. He's 2 of 6 from the field. He's made his last 2, though. Flag in the right wing, guarded by Roberts. Driving to the free throw line, drops it off. What a feed to Malik Brown, who just gets the easy layup. Back to an 11-point lead. (28-17). 2 and change to go in this first half. Arcano trying to get it to Roberts. Can't. Now drives. Drops it off inside. Francis turns around. Fouled. And Francis will go to the free throw line for 2. 2:36 to go. We're going to head to a timeout here. It's the under 4 timeout. Like I said, 2:36. Houston will have 2 free throws when we return from this TV timeout. Blue Devils up 11. We did just get a $20 super chat from 93 Navman, one of the legends at Chat Sports, supports so many channels, supports the company. But we got to get Thomas with a $10 super chat first. Says, let's see if we can get you a shot. All right, Thomas, I see you. And then we'll show Navman super chat here. $20. Throwing my support out to you, but I must be honest, don't give a fuck about this so much that I am more interested in women's final. I don't know what the next thing is. IJS? Do you know what that means? Men's NCAA is predictable and unwatchable. Much love to you in the chat, but it's not for me. Hey, listen, to each is their own, Nav, man. Appreciate you for tuning in and hanging out with us. I'll say this. This tournament has been predictable and boring, yes, but for the most part, it's not like that usually. It isn't. But with those 2 super chats, we owe a wheel spin and an actual shot. So we'll spin the wheel first for my guy Thomas, and then we'll take a shot. Spin that wheel. And it's going to be 5 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shout out to Thomas. No shot, Thomas, sorry. But I am going to take a shot because of 93 Navman's $20 super chat. The wheel has been semi-kind to me today. 5 jumping jacks twice, but other than that, the other like 4 times, or 3 times, it's all been like sub, Twitter, stuff like that. Shout out to you, 93 Navman.
Kind of close to a shot, though, on that one.
It was close. It was close for sure. I'll look at some stats here. Flag's got 5 points. Malawatch has 0 rebounds. That's also incorrect, by the way. Did we not see Malawatch on the offensive glass try to tip one up and in? Isn't that a rebound?
It all depends on who's keeping the stat book.
All I know is that whoever it is has a vendetta against me and my money. That's all I know. That is all I know. All right, we're coming back here into this first half. 2:40 to go. Appreciate the 1,300 people watching. Make sure you have hit that like button already if you haven't already. 272 likes. Let's get to 300 likes right now. Help me out, folks. Con Kneppel, leading scorer in this game. The freshman from Milwaukee, 12 points, 4-6 from the field. He just plays such a good brand of basketball, man. That's my weird thing. Is like, I love watching Con Kneppel play hoops. And you know what? The token white Duke Blue Devil fan that becomes a part of the team, like the Grayson Allens, the other, like the token white guy on Duke. That's like the guard / wing. I usually hate him. I can't hate Con Kneppel. This guy's unbelievable.
I mean, considering he's an actual NBA player,
yeah,
helps.
Free throw for Francis. He's able to knock it home to bring this within a 10-point game. Javier Francis comes off the bench for Duke, Houston 6.5 points. Makes both free throws to get it to 28-19. Caleb Foster has it right wing, drops it over to Kneppel. Malawach sets a screen. Kneppel drops inside the flag. Flag at the elbow, guarded by Roberts. Flag brings out to the three-point arc. Now drives left on Roberts. Gets inside, gets to his left hand, but misses the bunny. Rebound tipped around, gathered by Flag, goes back up, fouled, and one! Cooper Flag. How did he finish that one? Unreal athleticism there. That was tough. He smoked the first one, but finishing that was tough.
I had a conversation with my parents. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I can't hate him. I have to give him his props.
I mean, he's this total package. Defends, high motor, competitor, can score at all three levels. The one knock on him is that doesn't have the best handle, and you question his ability to create for himself completely, but boy, does he know how to take advantage of mismatches. God, what a talent. And the sad thing is, people are probably watching this thinking that I'm so pro Duke. I hate Duke. It's just being an objective watcher of the game. Cryer, corner three. Big time answer by the Cougars. Back to a 9-point game, 31-22. Cryer with 9 points, trying to will this Houston team back into it. Proctor in the mid-range, lobbing for Malawach. No, but a foul. Hard fall for the freshman, and he'll go to the free throw line once again. He's already made one free throw today. Oh! 93! That man does it again! $50 super chat. We'll get that on screen in 1 second. There it is. Might as well hit that bong. The spam needs to stop. I just paid for mods to end that stupid shit, please. I am here to hate NCAA basketball. However, the NFL is on its period wait and see. Therefore, I guess I got what I got. Listen, this is the only sports thing. You can watch some NBA or you can watch baseball, I guess. But I don't know. Apparently, Alec Burks has 6 threes for the Heat. 22 points. 32-22. Duke leads after the Malawach free throws. We'll get that beer bong during halftime, Nav, man. Miles Uzan's got to get going for the Houston if they want to have a shot. He'll take a step back 3. On cue, answers. And Houston only down 7. With how poorly they have played for the most part in this half, Justin, if they could stay within 7, win this final minute, how about make it a 5-point game at half?
despite the crisis, I do think they're still in a good spot.
Flag in the corner, guarded by Roberts, being harassed. Flag gets out to the baseline, drops it off to Malawach, who's fouled. Just a brutal development for the Cougars after a really, really, really good defensive possession. It's a big three, man. Uzan, one of the more talented guards out there for Houston, he needs to get going. Malawach, 4 points in this one, 2 of 3 from the line. What up, Duncan? How's it going? Malawach makes the free throw. I tell you what, one thing I like about Malawach, too, his touch is, like, underrated. Like, he doesn't take a lot of shots outside the paint, but you just watch him shoot free throws. I remember watching him in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers for South Sudan. He played well, and he shot a couple threes. I think he hit a corner three over Anthony Davis. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I mean, it's not his game, but I think it's definitely a potential part of his game when he gets to the next level. NBA spacing, works on his game more. (34-25) Duke. Cryer's got it, top of the key, lines up a deep three, buries it. What a big shot by LJ Cryer to pull Houston within 6. He's got 12 points, 3 triples, the veteran. I'll tell you what, Justin, if they're able to get a stop, I think Houston fans would be very happy being only down 6, considering how this first half played out for the most part. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. 9, flag, 8, will start to move. Gets a screen from Proctor. Over to Proctor. Miscommunication, open 3. No. Houston catches a break. Ball will go out of bounds with 0.2 seconds remaining. And Houston will just inbound it. That will be the half. So we go into the half with a 6-point game. 34-28. All right. All right. Maybe we are going to be having a close one. And I knew it. I knew it was always going to be Houston, even if Auburn didn't bang me. It was always going to be Houston, Justin.
That's crazy. I cannot believe that they actually came kind of close.
I know.
The way they started.
They had 9 points like halfway through the half. So they scored 19 in the last 10. All right. I get to crack open my watermelon Happy Dad and take a beer bong for 93 Nabman. Shout out to you, my friend. Kneppel tied for the leading scorer in this game with 12 points. The freshman from Duke. LJ Cryer, the graduate from Houston, also has 12. Shout out to you, Nabman. Excuse me. This is me. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. I wonder what the score of that Heat game is. Let me check. 1,300 people still watching. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. We got about 15 minutes left or 6. I had to say about 17 minutes. All right, after the first half, who you got, Duke or Houston? Heater up 3 with 1:40 to go. At home against the Bucks. This Heat team, man. Giannis got 34, 12, and 8. Hello. Kevin Porter Jr.'s got 20 points off the bench. Bam's got 27, 10, and 5. Alec Burks has got 24. Jesus. Davion Mitchell has 20 off the bench. I don't know. Duncan Robinson's got 16 points. And Francisco Lindor just walked it off for the Mets, assuming Jose Siri scores on this play. He's got to score. He's fast as shit. And he did. Let's go. First pitch, Lindor got a hanging breaking ball and just smacked it to center field.
What are those uniforms?
City Connect, Justin.
I couldn't even tell that those were the Mets. That's a problem. Is it purple?
Yes.
What's the reason?
There is an actual reason. So 7 line takes you from New York City and Manhattan, and it just goes all the way across like the city, and it takes you right to the stadium.
And is it the purple line?
And it's a purple line.
Okay.
So that's why it's purple. That's why it's purple. Mets win. Yeah. How many screens I got? Technically 5. I'll give you a little behind the scenes for the 1200. Laptop. Monitor where I could see the chat. TV in front of me where I see what's on screen. So whatever you see here, I see here, so I know what's on screen. Main TV here watching the game. And then this is like the only studio that has multiple TVs. This one right here is one of them. So I put on my Mets game. And the Mets won 3-2. Go Mets. Go Mets. I guess I should try to put on the Heat game. If I can. Oh, I should have signed out of that. Tariq says go A's. Wow, what a crazy one there. Yeah, I'll read off some first half stats here, but let me know who you guys got. D for Duke, H for Houston. That was still such a tough and one. I see a D from Paige. What time is that national championship game tomorrow?
Think like 1.
1. What's the spread? South Carolina 3.5.
I think UConn is favorite. They were the betting favorite for the entire Final Four.
Really? Shocker. It was 109 and 104 when I checked on ESPN. I turned on the game and it's 109, 109. But now it's frozen. Nice. There we go. We're back. Did he just miss the free throw? What's going on? UConn 6.5-point favorites, Duncan? Am I dumb? Like, should I feel dumb for not, like, betting South Carolina 6.5. Is that crazy? That's like, I don't really watch the sport that often. Like, bet dumb.
I think UConn's probably going to win.
Like, I'm just so puzzled by this situation. Like, I know seeding doesn't really matter because some people just like it might just be weird seeded, might be incorrect. Why was UConn a 2 seed if they got to the Final Four with all other 1 seeds outside of USC and they were the favorite?
Because they didn't start the season well.
But they've been
kind of hot.
So they've been like Florida, where like Florida didn't get off to the right start, they just weren't expected to be that good and then ended up being that good. I don't know.
Well, the teams that were all 1 seeds, like I think the worst record of them all lost 3 games.
Yeah.
So UCLA really peed down their leg.
Oh, I just realized Giannis just missed a game winner. So it's going to overtime and Heat Bucks. I mean, look at this. We watched the Mets walk it off, and now we're going to see Heat Bucks overtime. I bet that stream would have done good. I mean, these are killing, but that stream would have went crazy, Justin. OT against the Bucks. That was a good look for Giannis. $10 super chat from Navman. The NBA, a 0 defense game. At least the NCAA shows me defense is still a thing in basketball. I was a huge NBA fan when defense mattered. These MFers in NBA need a reality check on how to earn a paycheck. So Navman, very, very animated about the state of the NBA.
Which surprises me why he doesn't like college basketball, considering people that don't like the NBA really do love them some college basketball.
Yeah.
What? It's almost playoff time, Nav, man. So
you'll see defense back. They play defense in the postseason. You do. All right. Well, Navman's $10 super chat's another wheel spin. So spin that wheel. I feel like this is going to be a bang job for me. Okay, I'll play. I'll take 5 push-ups. I got no issues with that. Justin's going to get the push-up cam set up, and then I'll drop and give 5. Well, Nat, man, we like you too. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Saturday evening where we got some college basketball action. Me and Justin will be back on Monday night for the national championship game. Florida versus whoever wins this game. We'll see. Oh, all right, here we go. 5 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why that felt kind of tough. I wouldn't say felt tough, but like for those being the first push-ups I've done all day, and I haven't worked out since like Thursday, I don't know why that felt a little bit different moving up and down. You ever get that weirdly like, can you explain that? I don't get it.
Describe it again.
Like, it just felt like more of a chore. Like, it wasn't easy going up and down as I think it should have been since I haven't worked out in a couple of days.
Maybe that still got a little bit of lactic acid
Maybe.
built up.
Maybe. Appreciate that super chat now, man. We'll read off some first half stats. Leading scorer for Duke as they lead 34-28 is Con Kneppel. He's got 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Cooper Flagg has 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, a steal. He's been everywhere on the defensive end of the floor. Kaman Malawach, I took his more than on prize picks and rebounds. He's got 0.
That's crazy.
Fucking 0. A 7-2 center while Houston is shooting 31% from the field. Doesn't have a rebound. The game script was there. I saw it. Like, I knew Houston was going to throw up a gazillion messes. How does he not have a board? Whatever. We move on. For the Duke bench, there's only one player that has scored off the bench. The Duke has gone 10 deep. They've played all 5 guys off the bench. Isaiah Evans, Caleb Foster, Patrick Ngagba, Mason Gillis, Malik Brown. Malik Brown's the only one that scored. He has 4 points. For Houston, LJ Cryer has 12, leading scorer for them. And it's not pretty outside of that. Emmanuel Sharp, 1 for 5 from the field, 4 points. Jawan Roberts, 2 for 6 from the field, 5 points. You know, that's a real center. He has 8 boards. That's how you get it done. 3 points for Milos Uzan, Javier Francis off the bench has 2. So does Malik Wilson have 2. So not a lot of scoring in this one. Low scoring first half in comparison to some of the others. Oh, this game has been frozen. Nice. Assuming that went to overtime. Noah's saying Heater cheeks. The way the Heat are playing right now, they might be able to beat the Knicks in the playoff series.
Honestly.
Knicks stink, dude.
Who did Knicks even supposed to play?
Right now, I think they would be playing the Bucks.
Uh-oh.
But no Damian Lillard.
Still, Giannis.
I don't know, man. That team outside of Giannis stinks, dude. They're bad.
No Kuzma. He's playoff tested.
Kuzma's horrible. I actually wish I could go back and delete some of the videos I put out where I wanted Kyle Kuzma on the Heat. I thought there was a world where him as a 4th option couldn't have been that bad. Like my thought process was your 4 is Hero at the 2, Jimmy at the 3, Kuzma at the 4, Bam at the 5, with pencil in point guard. Because we would have been, this is before the season, trading Rozier for Kuzma because similar contracts. Rozier and a pick for Kuzma. I thought it would have worked. Kuzma stinks. Good thing it didn't happen.
Well, what if they play the Pistons first round?
No, Pistons, cool story. I don't think that would go well. This game's probably not even I actually fucking hate the NBA app more than I hate anything in my entire life. Like the most ridiculous app of all time. How is the NBA a billion-dollar company, organization, whatever you want to call it, so inept at having an app to watch the games? There we go. Heat up 2. 3.5 to go in OT. Torian Prince in the Big 2025.
Hey, the Darvin Ham special.
Darvin Ham can't get enough of him. He's on the bench.
Hands in his pockets.
Man. Still 1,100 people watching. Can we get the 500 likes during this halftime? Hey, if we get 500 likes during halftime, I'll take a shot. I will. We're 158 likes away. Can we get there?
This halftime has felt like a year.
Yeah, we got 8 minutes to go at halftime.
That's crazy.
They just showed it there. This is, I can't tell if it's Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. This is ridiculous. I can't watch this Heat game because it's lagging so much. Bam, ISO on Giannis. Come here, boy. Come here, Giannis. Don't got none on me.
Chuck already saying it's a Duke's championship to lose.
It kind of is, no? Like, I know Florida's good. I do. The eye test tells me I shouldn't be afraid of them if you're a Duke fan. Like, Walter Clayton, really fucking good.
Well, he scored, what, 30-something points today?
34.
And it was still a question at the end of, are they going to win?
Like, the front court of Florida, which was very good early in the year and was one of the reasons why I think a lot of people like them. Like, I'm not sold on Condon. I'm not sold on Chingaloo. Like, I think Duke's front court eats them up, and I also think the back court can, like, they have so many bodies they can throw at Clayton to defend. Like, I just think it's going to be tough for Florida to work with against Duke if they play Duke.
I don't know. Those Florida bigs, not the most springy athletes.
No, they're not. Like, they can't jump with Malawach.
Look at the Duke front court. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see any of this TV. This game's been, like, working in speed. I don't know what the issue is. It's literally speeded up.
Oh, it's trying to catch back up.
How ridiculous is this fucking app? How hard is it to make a standard app to watch games?
Oh, and are they going to a review?
Oh, yeah, they're challenging it. Yeah, Astro World. That was crazy. What was it? A 4-point game with like 13 seconds left, and Florida went to the line, missed both free throws, but on the second free throw, Auburn gave up an offensive rebound. How does that happen? They didn't box out. Like, Auburn actually deserved to lose so much. I was texting my friend because me and my friend both had Auburn in our survivor pools today, and we were like, that was the most despicable second half of all time.
When they got the turnover up 6, Auburn did. I'm like, okay, that Florida run ends now. And it's almost like they couldn't hold on to the basketball the rest of the way for an entire 15 minutes worth of the second half.
All right, I think we're going to get close to here again in halftime. We're at 369 likes. Remember, the goal was 500. We got 500 likes during halftime. I'll take a shot, but we're still 131 away. Con Kneppel, man, what a player. Whatever team takes him, going to be very excited in the NBA, I'm telling you. Be very excited about that. I kind of hope it's Miami. But he's going to go in the top 10, and the Heat ruin their chances of a top 10 pick. So
Is he what the Rockets were hoping Reed Shepherd was?
See, I don't even think they play similar because Reed Shepherd's one heck of a fucking athlete. And that's not me saying Con Knapple's not an athlete, but I don't think it's in the same tier. Like, Reed Shepherd had a 42-inch vertical. I don't think you're going to see that from Con Knappel. But Knappel, better shooter, really good playmaker, honestly, for his size. Like, he's not going to be a point guard, but he just plays within the structure of the offense and does it at an extremely high level. He's a sniper. I think he's going to be a really good pro, man. Be a really good pro. God, Giannis just glides through the air, I tell you what. We're actually under 20 days away from the draft. How crazy is that?
Comes and goes very quickly.
19 days away. That's insane. And it's going to come quick for us, because, I don't know, we have over the next week and a half, at least me and you, final week of the Heat season, play-in. That's going to sneak up on us, man. Sneak up on us, I'll tell you what.
But Joe Milton.
Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, they were going to have to draft a quarterback anyways. So
I honestly think you got decent value on that.
Yeah, remember when I came in, I was like, can I give you next year's 4?
Yeah. I'm surprised the Patriots took that deal, to be honest, for Milton.
Hey, can't say Cowboys ain't America's team. The boys said, son, front office said, son, we got a couple offers for you. Where do you want to go? And he said, the Cowboys? Sign me up.
Spin zone, did he say that because he thinks he could overtake Dak's spot?
That's not happening.
So no world?
No world.
No world. I've never seen Kyle Anderson move so fast on the basketball court. Thank NBA.com for that. Duncan Robinson, bum. See, the problem is they're going to lose this game. They're going to give me false hope for being a higher pick, and they're going to win the last 4 games. They play the fucking Sixers, Bulls, Pelicans, and Wizards. They're going 4-0.
Are they locked in for the 9-10?
No, because Atlanta keeps losing. The Heat are going to lose this game because they're down 4 with 10 seconds to go now. Kevin Porter Jr. cooked them. But, if they won this game, they would have been, either a half game or, actually tied with Atlanta because they just keep on losing. The Hawks stink now. That was a tough-ass bucket from KPJ. All right, Houston ended that first half on a 9-3 run to cut what was a 11-point deficit down to 6. Actually, a 12-point deficit, excuse me. LJ Cryer and Con Knappel, the 2 leading scorers in the game, each have 12 for their respective teams. A $1 super chat from Paige. Appreciate you, Paige. Hashtag 5lover. The 100 super sticker. Also, first timer. Not to you, Paige. I didn't give it a warning. It's on me. It's on me. All right. Who you got? Second half is about to get underway here between Duke and Houston. 34-28. Duke leads. Let me know in the chat. D for Duke, H for Houston. Get in the comment section. See Astro World going Duke, Paige Duke, Carlos Houston. That is crazy. A lot of Dukes. So it's only a couple Houston. Russell's Houston, Noah's Houston, King is Houston. Heat turn it over. I'll do it for that one. Good night. Good night. Turn that TV off. Turn that TV off. Turn that TV off. All right, Duke starts the second half with the ball. Tyrese Proctor has. He was very quiet in that first half. Now Flag on the right wing. Backing down on Milos Uzan. Uzan gets the stop. Oh, my God, they just took away a Kaman Malawatch rebound because it was goaltending. Goaltending on Houston. Brutal. Amy says, I think I have lost every bracket pick I've heard Rolly call this year. Well, I have 3 out of the 4 final 4 teams correct. I don't know about that one, man. So. And I went 6 of 8 in the Elite 8. I know it was a chalk year, but, like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Tugler inside for the Cougars, and they're going to call Tyrese Proctor for a foul. Cold Grumpy Tree says Duke is going to get spanked in the second half. We'll see. LJ Cryer has it. Pull up 3 right wing. He's feeling it. Oh! LJ Cryer with a big 3 to cut it to 5. Cryer just absolutely on fire today. 4 threes. Leading scorer for the Cougars on the year and in the game. Sion James swings it over to Malawatch. Now Flag. Flag working on Tugler. Drops right. Slips. Fall away jumper. Air ball. Offensive rebound. Duke. They can't get the putback though. I'll say that. That's the one thing Cooper Flag actually, like, you want legit criticism of him. Whenever he tries to make a move, he, like, slips a lot. Like, it's weird. Houston, good ball movement. Tugler, dunk, no good. Might have got blocked inside by Malawatch. Duke works it up ahead. Sion James, corner 3. Put a pitchfork in that one, Justin. Went from a missed dunk inside to cut it to a 3-point game to now Duke back up 8. It's a 5-point swing. Miles Huzan brings it up. Need him to get going if you're Houston. He gets inside, running, high-arcing layup off glass. The little guy with a kiss. Shout out Bill Rafter. He is. Uzan now with 5 points. Knepel doubled, drops it into Malawatch, finds a cutting Sion James. What an offensive set by the Blue Devils. They just know what they're doing. A purpose. The attention to detail is there for Duke. 9 assists for the Blue Devils tonight compared to Houston's 3. So it's a lot of iso ball for Houston, which is not how they want to score. Another iso ball possession. Cryer gets it inside, gets it back, and buries another one. LJ Cryer single-handedly keeping Houston in the game with 18 points. He's 5 of 7 from 3. Sion James the other way, doubled, works it around the Flag. Juwan Roberts defending. Flag gets a screen from Proctor. Pull up deep 2. Flag can't get it to go. Knepel tracks down the rebound and saves it to Flag. It's swung to Proctor. His left wing 3. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Roberts. Bodies hit the deck. Here comes Milos Uzan. Houston looking to cut into this deficit some more. 3 of 4 from the field to start the second half. Uzan drives by Knepel. Drops it off to Roberts, but it goes through his hands and legs. Out of bounds. Turnover. Last thing you want to see there for Houston after getting a big stop. Flag on the right wing, guarded by Roberts, gets a screen. Flag hesitates, spins, up and under move, left hand, and one. Cooper Flag hasn't been able to get his jumper to go. Says, let me just do a little work inside. Pretty footwork by the phenom freshman. Flag in the double digits for the game, now with 10 points. now 12 points. Flagg makes the free throw, so he's got 13 on the game, and Duke's lead is back to 8. Houston has cut it to 5 here, but haven't been able to get closer than that. LJ Cryer has 18 points. That's half of what Houston has. It's not sustainable if you're the Cougs. They need someone like Sharp or Uzan to get going. Roberts in the mid-range, backing down on Malawach. Spin, right hook shot, no. Rebound, loose. It goes to the backcourt where Uzan picks it up. Second chance for Houston. Roberts backing down on Sion James. He faces up, drives baseline, drops it off to Francis for the dunk. And now Houston pulls within 6. Can they get a stop as the offense is starting to get going now? Sion James gets a screen from Flagg. James drives inside, turns. Floater, no. Ball loose, picked up by James. Second opportunity for Duke. Proctor on the left wing. Drives on Cryer, kicks it out to Flagg. He'll try a 3, and he buries it. And Flagg now with 16 points in the ball game. Duke's lead back up to 9. Cougars just can't get the stop they're looking for. Malawach selling me, bro. I'm 3 for 3, but it's going to be 3 for 4 because Malawach can't get a fucking rebound. And there's no chance he gets 9 in the final 14 minutes. That'd be insane. Roberts in the mid-range, left hook shot, pretty spin move, gets it to go off glass. Houston's offense is coming alive. They just can't get any stops. Kneppel, right wing 3, buries it! I mean, this Duke team, they just got too much, man. They got too much talent. Houston's playing a good second half. They just can't get stops. And even when they force misses, Duke's there on the boards. Uzan, top of the key, over to Cryer. Back to Uzan. Calls for the ISO with Flagg defending. Now gets a screen. Malawach switches on. Uzan, crossover. Pretty move. Inside. Scoop layup. Good. What a move by Milos Uzan. He's got 7 in the ball game. As we've continuously mentioned, Houston's scoring at will. They're shooting 6 of 8 from the field in this half. They just can't get stops. Malawach inside to Proctor. Swung around to James. His three-pointer. Too strong. Rebound. Tipped out. It will be gathered by Duke in a foul on the rebound by Houston. And that will take us to our first time out of the second half, the under 16, with 13:30 to go. 1,500 people watching. Appreciate everybody. David Park with the $5 super chat. Positive energy for this 2-leg parlay, Duke and Florida. I was this close from doing a Duke-Florida moneyline parlay today. I ended up just taking Duke 4.5, and I took Florida money line straight up, 2 separate plays. But I was very, very close to doing a 2-leg parlay with the 2 money lines. I ended up doing that stupid fucking half bet that lost. Heat ended up losing an OT for all my Heat fans out there. 121-115. Hey. You know what's one of the interesting things I was reading about this, Justin? So Cooper Flagg is one of the more, obviously, sought after players in terms of endorsements, right? Big time player, a lot of notoriety. He's signed on with New Balance. But due to collegiate rules, the college that you play for, you have to play, or you have to wear that gear.
Nike shoe.
Yeah, so he wears Nike shoes because he has to wear Nike equipment, but he's a New Balance athlete. It's fascinating. Sorry, Super Chat menu if anyone wants to donate. We've already done a beer bong today, thanks to Navman. We also did a shot, and we've had some wheel spins in there as well. David Park comes in with another $5 Super Chat. David, I'm jealous because at half of Florida Auburn, I literally turned to Justin when Auburn led by 8 points at the break and said Florida's favor or Auburn minus 5.5 live for the game. Florida feels like this is just bet dumb. Like they're gonna lose by at least 5 points or less, and then they ended up winning by 6 points. But yeah, good for you hopping on that, David. I am mad at myself for not doing that. I was nervous about doubling down on the Florida though because I already had them. You who said during Nick's stream, Marsh said you're the best basketball player at Chat Sports. Is this true? 1,000%. No questions about it. None. No ifs and buts. All right, we're about to get back underway in this one. 13:30 to go in the game. Duke leading by 8. David with a $10 super chat. We'll get that on screen in just a second. Sion James to inbound here. Malik Brown into the ball game for the Blue Devils. They get it to Knepel in the corner. Knepel backing down on Uzan. Gets doubled, drops it off to James, who lays it up and in, and Duke's back up by 10. $10 super chat from David. Appreciate you, my friend. Florida that got screwed there by the quick switcheroo. So this is the one from earlier. We'll get his most recent super chat on screen in a second. Cryer on the left wing. Houston's been scoring with Duke, but they just can't get stops. Foul on Malik Brown reaching in, John Roberts. So here's the super chat from David Park. Florida was only down at half because they had all the turnovers. Law of averages say they were going to prevail. Well, so the funny thing you say that, David, like they still turned the ball over a shit ton in the second half. So like I get your line of thinking that they weren't going to turn it over that much in the second half, but they actually did. The issue and the reason why Florida ended up coming back and winning was because Auburn literally just went like mind-numbingly stupid in terms of their shot selection and their turnovers. To me, it was more about Auburn choking than Florida playing a really good second half. But obviously, Walter Clayton had some big shots as well. Cooper Flagg with a steal, and then in transition gets fouled, spinning towards the rim. So Flagg is going to head the line for 2 as Duke looks to build on this 10-point lead. Carrick says, what would your Chat Sports starting 5 be? I've never seen any of the new hires play basketball yet, so I can't comment on any of their abilities. But from what I've seen, our starting 5 is me, Patrick Seatman, Reed Bartkiss.
If that's the starting 5, I'm a starter.
Flagg makes both free throws. Probably going Marshall and then Chase Sr. Probably my last 2. But Marshall and Chase haven't played basketball in a while. Me, Seeps, and Reed play pretty consistently. Chugs is a close off the bench, but Chugs plays a lot. He struggles a little bit. He struggles. Missed shot by Uzan inside. Duke looking to expand on this 12-point lead. Flagg sensing blood. He's had already, I think, 10 points in the second half. He had 8 at the break. He has 18 now in the game. Oh, what a nasty turn crossover by Flagg, and there was no choice but to foul. And Duke will go to the line when we return from timeout. Under 12 TO, 11:50 to go. Duke up 12, chance to extend their lead here after the break with a couple of Flagg free throws. Another $10 super chat from David Park. Auburn turnover 2. I'm saying it if they played both sloppy, you see something like that and hammer the 5.5. Yeah, David, I don't disagree. You know what, David? For you, we're not going to spin the wheel, actually, Justin. He sent in back-to-back 10s. I'll just take a shot. Adds up to 20. I'll just take a shot rather than spin the wheel. Appreciate you, my friend David. Tron. What the frig is this?
Another Tron movie? Yikes.
Did I miss something? Isn't Tron...
It's like that video game.
Yeah, but, like, isn't it supposed to be, like, that you go to that Tron, like, video game world? Or is that, like, why is that one in the real world?
Guess we'll have to wait for the extended trailer.
I guess so. These people kill me. 1,500 people still watching. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We've had 52,000 people tune into the stream throughout the night. We had 120,000 people watch our Auburn, Florida game. So there's a world where we tally over 200,000 people in total on our Final Four streams. The goal tonight was to get to 405,000 subscribers. I think that is a very real possibility. We're 300 subscribers away. I'm willing to bet there's 300 people out there that aren't subscribed. If we get to 405,000 subscribers today, I'm doing a beer bong. I'll chug a beer. Happy Dad. Listen, we have a lot of people here at the company that do great content, individual channels, but we have a collective group, including me, Tom Downey, Trace Moustakis, Tyler Jones, Harrison Graham, Jack Sperry, that break down NFL, NBA, college basketball, college football on the channel on a daily basis. So hit that sub button if you want top tier sports coverage that's informative, entertaining, fun. We're the spot for you. We're the spot for you. Justin Ashley just subscribed. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, Armstead, man. Retired. It was expected, though. Everyone knew he was going to retire. It was just a matter of when he announced it. Flag at the line out of the timeout. Makes the first free throw. Flag makes both, so he's now got 20 points, 56-42. He scored 12 points in this second half alone. Flag showcasing to the world on the biggest stage why he's looked at as a generational type NBA prospect and is the no doubt #1 pick in the draft in late June. Emmanuel Sharp, mid-range, no good. Offensive rebound, Houston, back to Sharp. They need it. They get it. Still trailing by 11, but I'll tell you what, Justin, if that Sharp three didn't go down, you could basically put this one to bed. Let's see if Houston's got a run in them. They got it down to 5 early in this second half, but Duke's offense has just been getting anything and everything they've wanted. They have 19 field goals made in this game on 13 assists, and they've only turned it over twice. Proctor spinning, getting inside the Brown. Brown resets out to Proctor. Proctor drives inside. Hanging, floater, blocked. Cooper Flag, offensive rebound, can't get the shot to go. Houston works it up to Sharp on the right side of the floor. Now gets it to a trailing Cryer. Cryer will set up the offense, gets a screen. Malik Brown switches on. Talented defender, transfer from Syracuse. Cryer gets to the mid-range, pull up 12-footer, comes up short, rebound loose, right to Sharp. His layup, no. Rebound Duke, missed opportunity from Houston once again. Flag in transition, driving on Tugler, takes the bump, hangs, off glass, good. And Cooper Flag with 14 in the half, 22 on the game. My goodness, is he cooking. Sharp has it. 10 minutes remaining in this one. Gets it to the corner for Cryer. Cryer driving up and under. Nothing there. Flag stayed true to his defensive spot. Uzan driving on Kneppel. Hanging. Floater. No good. Too strong. And Kneppel grabs the board as well. See, you know what I talked about, like size? Does Kneppel, just on screen, you wouldn't think that he's 4 inches taller than Emmanuel Sharp, right?
I don't know. He has good size to me.
4 inches, though?
He's just not as
Doesn't
thick.
look 6'7". I don't know. But he is. Turnover. Sharp with the steal. Houston out and running. Sharp, transition 3. No, they needed it. Ball falls right down to Sion James, and now Duke will bring it up. Leading 58-45. James with a killer crossover inside. Rejected! Out to Kneppel, though. His three-pointer, no. Sharp with the board. There's bodies on the floor, and there will be a timeout. Sion James a little bit banged up on the baseline. What a rejection by Houston in transition. Look at this trailing pin by Jawan Roberts. Do not go in there. James walks off under his own power. 7 points, 5 boards in this one. Oh, hard fall. I think he hit the back of his head there on the hardwood. $5 super chat from Karate Body. I'm working a double, so I appreciate your commentary keeping me updated. If Duke wins, I'll cash $3,600. Well, congratulations to you potentially, Karate Body, and thanks for tuning in. What's the review?
That's what I was about to ask. No way. We really said we have to go to the monitor?
That's an odd one.
Ban review. Ban it.
Ban review. That's Justin's take. I'm caught in. Ban review. No more reviews in games.
Because I will say this. I think, stay with me here.
Okay. This ought to be good.
The fact that there's missed calls and like controversy in games helps build the lore, especially in the postseason.
No, I actually do understand where you're coming from. But I also just can't fathom knowing that it's not the right call and we have an opportunity to change that and we don't do it.
Understandable. But you think the NFL in the 70s made its hay without the Immaculate Reception, the Holy Roller?
I gotcha. I know. I get it. All right, 5 on the shot clock. Cryer's got to make something happen. He swings to the corner. It's Arkano, a 3. No. Malawatch, I think he might end this game with 0 rebounds. I've never seen a 7'2" center have so many little rebounds when your opponent is throwing out brick after brick after brick. This is insanity. Kneppel has 7 boards, but the center has 0. Ridiculous. Mason Gillis, top of the key with 8.5. Over to Kneppel. Back to Gillis. Swung to Proctor. Proctor working on Uzan. Driving. Gets to his left hand. Tried to get a layup in. No good, but a foul. And I think Proctor will be heading the line for 2 to potentially get this to a 15-point game. Listen, the chat earlier was getting on me for calling this game a blowout too early. We're on the precipice of a potential blowout. Am I going to get an apology from the chat, potentially?
Probably not.
No, I will not get an apology from the chat. But when I said earlier in the game that all it took for me to see is 5 minutes of game action to know that this game is going to be a Duke double-digit win, they called me crazy.
Oil Man says sorry.
Thank you, Oil Man. I will apologize if the game gets close late. I just think this is a clear-cut Duke double-digit win. Uzan subs out. He's got 4 fouls. Proctor actually missed the first free throw. He makes the second, so it's a 14-point Duke lead. This is the largest it's been. It reached 14 points a couple minutes ago, but has not got higher than this. And now Duke putting James on sharp, trying to slow up this Houston offense. Will Houston get to 60 points? Yes or no, Justin?
No.
I agree. They've missed 7 of their last 8 shots. Well, that will help. On cue, LJ Cryer with a 3. And now bodies are on the floor more. Tugler got hit. And now we'll have our under 8 timeout with 7:58 to go. So on cue, a big 3 by LJ Cryer to cut the game to an 11-point lead. We'll go to a timeout here. You know what? Let's try to get to 500 likes. I like this. We got 440 likes. Can we get to 500 likes during this TV timeout? We're 60 away. Hit that thumbs up icon. Help me out. If you enjoy that we're here live on the channel for completely free for both of these games, we got 25 more to go. Come on, hit that like button. Talk is cheap says Duke and Florida cash me out, so I mean good. Listen, if Duke is able to cover this 4.5, which I think is likely, I'll be cashing out tonight too. I've actually had a really good month of March betting. And I know it's April, but I consider the NCAA tournament March. I don't know if I've ever had this successful of a month gambling in the March Madness tournament. I've actually, I'm not making crazy money, but in terms of my, success rate, my picks that are right, this is as good as a month as I've had maybe in my entire life.
Does the chalkness
but, the chalkness might have helped, but, when you're betting, spreads and over-unders and stuff like that and team totals, I don't know. It's not like that means a lot, right?
It could.
But appreciate it, Blase. We did get to 500 likes. Appreciate you guys. Listen, if you're going to gamble, I'm not going to tell you to gamble. But if you do, just do it responsibly, please. All right, we're getting back in action here with 7:58 remaining in this ball game. Duke leading by 11. They just give a dead ball technical? Oh! I don't know if that should be a technical, man.
I think that was worse than the Florida one.
It's accidental. Either way, Houston gets a massive break here. It sounds like they're going to get 2 shots in the ball. Technical on Gillis, the transfer from Purdue. Cryer steps up and makes the first free throw. If he makes the second, has a chance to cut to a 9-point game, but he doesn't. So it stays at 10. And Houston gets ball back, so a chance to cut in this deficit some more. Cryer to inbound, having issues, now gets it to Sharp. Sharp on the right wing, out to Cryer. Cryer gets a screen. Cryer's been carrying all day for Houston. Can he continue to carry them back into this one? Under 8 to play. Cryer working on Kneppel, running floater. He can! 8-point game. Seven and a half to go. Do we have a ball game on our hands, folks? Cryer's got 24 tonight. Cooper Flagg driving inside. The answer, not there. Couldn't hit the lefty runner. Can Houston cut into this deficit some more? Cryer feeling good. Feeling good. Oh. Went to go take a step back, but dribbled it out of bounds. It looks like it was off his foot. He's saying it hit Kneppel's foot. And it should be Houston ball. Oh, yeah.
Ref really said too much razzle-dazzle, son.
So is that one where we should still have review banned?
Yeah.
We should have NFL replay assist. Someone in the booth should just say, guys, it's Houston ball. And then boom, we're good. Duke hasn't made a shot in 3.5 minutes. Proctor misses a shot, and then Kaman Malawach goes over the back of Houston. It's only the third foul on Duke, but Duke not in a rhythm offensively right now. Houston will have a chance to continue to battle here with 7 minutes to go. Sharp brings it up right side for the Cougs. Roberts has it top of the key. Now to Cryer. Cryer doubled. Someone's open. Swings it to Tugler. Back to Cryer. Cryer working on Flagg. Deep step back three. Front rim, bounces around, can't go. Is everybody going to get 5 rebounds today besides Kaman Malawach? My goodness. 8-point Duke lead, and then Shire's going to call a timeout. He wants to talk things over. 2 timeouts remaining for the Blue Devils. Houston still has 3. 6.5 to go. $1,660 people watching. Appreciate everybody today. Oh boy, going down. Oh. Pick up that Murbanga that hits the deck. I still can't get over that tweet from Stephen A. Smith earlier.
Wade coming in here.
Unbelievable. Where would we be without Time and the Buckeye today? Like, seriously. This guy is putting up a generational performance taking care of these bots tonight. Generational, I tell you. Oh, will we see? What was the Stephen A. Smith tweet? I'll tweet. I'll read it out. Let me find it. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you did not know, this brother from Gators basketball, his name is Walter Clayton Jr., and he is something special. This brother is the real deal. Reminds me of Detroit Pistons big-time guard Wade Cunningham. What a tweet. What a tweet. Oh, that's trivia. Most Final Four appearances without a national title. Houston. Wouldn't have known that. 6. I also wouldn't have known Oklahoma and Illinois were the next two at 5 apiece. That's fun trivia.
It's a 1960s, 70s ball.
Yeah. All right, Duke has it up 8, 6.5 to go as we resume action in San Antonio. Zion James has it top of the key, gets it over to Flag. Flag's been carrying Duke in the second half. Spinning fadeaway jumper, rattles in and out. Rebound tracked down by Cry. Like, the Duke Blue Devils have really gone cold offensively, opening the door for Houston, but they just haven't been able to, like, smack through the door. It's creaked, but they haven't been able to punch through. See if one of those plays are coming soon. Roberts inside, up and under layup. It's good. And it's a 6-point game with under 6 to go. I might have to apologize to the chat. An 8-0 run for Houston over the last 2 minutes. Duke hasn't scored in like 4 minutes. Kneppel driving in the baseline. Kicks it out to Proctor, swung to James. He drives baseline. Lose the handle, turnover. It's going back to Houston with a 6-point game. I was not ready for a Duke choke job. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. I didn't think it was in there. I didn't think it was possible. Marky Mark with the 5. I want Houston to win, to upset the status quo. Just here to see this game, my guy. Appreciate you, Marky Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sending a 5. 6-point game. Miles Uzan back in for Houston. He's playing with 4 fouls. Cryer doubled at the top of the key. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts inside. Layup. Smoked it. Rebound. Tugler. And then a foul on the floor. It'll be the... is it on the floor or is it shooting? Either way, it's the 5th foul on Duke. Both teams have been called for 5 fouls, so... couple away from the bonus. Like, this is my point. Like, how many times is Houston going to miss a point-blank shot? Like, seriously. Also, if you're John Shire, I know LJ Cryer is killing you, but I think you got to change up your strategy of doubling him at half court because he's just tossing it to the three-point line, and then it's a 4-on-3 for Houston's offense from the three-point line and in. It's just not sustainable. Emmanuel Sharp driving, can't finish. But a putback is there for Tugler. It's a 4-point game. Closest it's been since what? The first 2 minutes of this game? Duke hasn't made a shot in nearly 6 minutes. Here we go. Proctor driving, cut off, back out the Flag. Had a 3-point shot but didn't take it. Now drives on Roberts, bumps him, mid-range. No. And then a foul on Duke, and it's going to be Houston ball. 6th foul on Duke, which means Houston will be in the bonus going forward because the next foul will be the 7th on the Blue Devils. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, chat. I might have pre-called it. We have a game on our hands. Like I said, I did not anticipate Duke going scoreless for 6 minutes. 10-0 run for Houston over the last 3.5 minutes. Duke needs a timeout. They just called one. I don't think they'd burn another timeout unless they went down. Uzain driving, cut off by Flag. Excellent defense. Kick back out to Cryer. Cryer gets a screen from Tugler. 8 on the shot clock. Cryer working on Kneppel. Gets to the free throw line. Pull-up floater. No. Flag flies in for the rebound. And Duke will have a moment to catch their breath as we're officially under 4 minutes to go in the second national semifinal game. Winner plays Monday night for the national championship against the 1 seed from the West region, the Florida Gators, after they won 79-73 earlier today. Flag doubled over to Proctor. Proctor pass fakes, drives inside, fouled going up, and you will now see Tyrese Proctor head to the free throw line for 2 when we come back from this timeout. That also is going to be the 6th foul on Houston, which means both teams will be shooting 1-and-1 free throws the rest of the way in this game. All right, folks. It's a great time to re-ask what's a 4-point game with under 4 minutes to go. 2,000 people watching. Who you got? Type D for Duke or H for Houston. I'm going to reset the live poll as well. Get updated voting. Who you got? Duke or Houston? Get in the live chat and get in the live poll. Leah says Duke. X says Duke. Bit of Life says Houston. Ethan says Duke. School and Money says Houston. Tie Man Duke. Michael Duke. Kurt Houston. Marky Mark Houston. Josh says Duke. Raul says Duke. Sandy says S. Okay. Asteroid says Duke. Hooper says Houston. Kamal says Houston. Mike says Duke. Garrett says Duke. Wood says Duke. Sider says Duke. David says Duke. Antonia says Duke. Jay Duke. Jax Duke. Boost Duke. So a lot of people still rocking with Duke. The live poll, 71% say Duke as well. So most of the chat still believes Duke is going to hold on to win this game. They've seen their 14-point lead dwindle down to 4 over the last 4 minutes. I think it was 59 to 45 with 8 minutes to go, right? Around there? Like, Duke has not scored in like 4 minutes. 5 minutes, maybe.
I'm not sure what would be worse, Auburn's second half performance or Duke if they were to blow this game.
I mean, Auburn's – see, the thing is with Duke, they just can't make a shot. Auburn was literally like Butterfingers, like the verbal meme, Kevin from The Office, fumbling the pot of chili. That was them with the basketball. They couldn't hold on to it. But I will say, if they lose this game, the last 10 minutes of this second half, like, Duke fans' nightmare fuel.
Oh, your boy Shire.
Yeah. I will say, what's interesting, this is Shire's 3rd year. Yeah, because Paolo Banchero's final year at Duke, and that was 2022. So Shire went Sweet 16 in his first year, Elite 8 last year, Final Four this year. Is it meant to just be a stepping stone every year, and then next year is Duke year?
Well, talk about pressure.
Yeah.
Next year, if they were to fold.
I'll say this as well. Like, Duke needs to win. Like, they have a good recruiting class coming in again next year, as they always do, but they got the Boozer twins. But this team is, like, so, like, this is like you look at this Duke team and you're like, yeah, that's national championship team. So, like, if they don't win it, I know, like, Houston is equally as good. Like, they're historically good. Historically, the best Final Four in history. We got a good game in the first one. Like, if you look at advanced metrics and Ken Palm, net rating, overall records, how the season played out, like, these are the 4 teams remaining in San Antonio. Now we're down to 3 with Auburn out. Was like the statistical best Final Four of all time. Proctor at the line for 2. He's a 69% free throw shooter. Nice. But in the NCAA tournament, shooting 50%. So these are no sure things here. He does have 2 shots. Yeah, he does make the first free throw. So Duke finally snaps that scoreless streak. And their lead is back to 5. The Australian Proctor buries the second, so it's back to a 6-point game with 3:45 to go. 2,300 people watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you let me know who you got in the chat. Uzan at the top of the key. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts backing down on Sion James. Now faces up. Now gets back to the basket. Turns, left hook shot. Rattles around, in and out. Ball loose, and it will go out of bounds to the Blue Devils. I could also see Duke just snapping out of it and ending this game on like a 8-0 run. They win by 13. And then the chat would have to apologize to me. Duke has still not made a field goal in 7 minutes. They have not put the ball through the basket that's not a free throw in over 7 minutes. I've never seen Duke have this type of drought. That's how good they've been this year. Cooper Flagg looking to end it. Corner 3. He does! The Phenom from Maine. 25 points. With 17 of it coming in the second half. Duke back up by 9. Under 3 to go. Cryer. Houston needs an answer as the clock is starting to dwindle. Houston running out of time. Cryer almost turns it over, gets it back, 11 on the shot clock. Cryer gets the switch, flag defending. Steps back, nothing there. Flag closed up the airspace. Now Uzan's going to have to fire. 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3 over Kneppel. No. Offensive rebound, Tugler, though. Kicked out to Sharp. He'll try a 3. No. Rebound, tracked down by Cryer. Another opportunity, third chance for Houston. Tugler inside. Rejected by Flag. Do not go in there. Flag's third block of the game. You add a couple steals onto that tally. This is why he is the projected number 1 pick, folks. 25 points, 5 steals and blocks combined, showing the nation, if they have not known already, his full skill set on both ends of the floor. 2:15 to go. Houston desperately needs a basket. 12 on the shot clock. Uzan having a hard time getting it in. Now fires it to the backcourt where Emmanuel Sharp will track it down. 10 on the shot clock. He's got to go. Does he know he's got that much time? He now looks up and sees it. 5 on the clock. Driving. Gets a step on Flag. No resistance by the Duke defense, and it's a layup for Sharp. That was odd. After Duke played incredible defense, that felt way too easy. 7-point game. Emmanuel Sharp, 9 points. Under 2 to go. Flag across the timeline. Defended by Roberts. Malik Brown comes over and grabs it. Now they get it over to James on their wing. They're trying to get the Flag in the corner. Now they get to a curling Proctor. Proctor inside. Loses the handle. That's a turnover off his hip. It's going back to Houston. Minute 39. The Cougars, trailing by 7, need a basket here. Sixth turnover of the game for Duke. Only 9 for Houston. They had 6 early in the first half, so they've kept the ball safe here in the second. Oh, Sharp fouled by Malik Brown at the 3-point arc. Not shooting, but the Cougars are in the bonus. So Sharp, a good free throw shooter, will go to the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity with 1:29 to go. That was, that you could say that again. That was a dumb decision by Malik Brown. 2,500 people watching. Hit that sub button. Can we get to 405,000 subscribers tonight? Sharp, an 87.6% free throw shooter, 1 of 2 on the game, makes the first here to get the deficit down to 6. Can get it to 5 here in just a second. Come on, hit that sub button, folks. Daily content, live shows for the big events, NFL draft, NBA draft, free agencies, and both sporting events, March Madness. We do it all. We'll be live again on Monday for the national championship game, which will feature the Florida Gators out of the SEC and the winner of this game here tonight. Sharp's second free throw is also good. 5-point game, and Kelvin Sampson is going to call timeout. 5-point game, 64-59. Can we see how many subs we get during this timeout? Come on, hit that sub button. Let's get this number climbing. Also, if you are subscribed, type me. We're in sub-only mode in the live chat. So if you are a subscriber, you can comment. If you're not, you can't. So I want to see who's subscribed. Ty Man type in me. He's a subscriber. So is Marky Mark, School, Wood, Navman. Hit that sub button. Jax, Jay, Mike, David, North. All type in those me's. John, Kitus, Cider, Reyes, Ethan, Top Tier, History Nerd, Atypical, Kamal, Oilman, M2, BG, Zeke, JDM, Kenny G, Ryan, Amy, Fab. All type in those me's. Adrian, Ryan, Eric, Sandy, Top Wrench. 5-point Duke lead, minute 27 to go. Houston's going to put a little bit of a press on here, see if they can rattle the cages of the Blue Devils. Sion James to inbound. They're going to call a timeout. They couldn't get the ball in. That's Duke's second to last timeout. So Houston has 2 timeouts remaining. Duke has 1. Continue to spam those me's if you're a subscriber. Marty McFly, Logan, Garrett, Carrick, Fabner, Danny, Taylor, Dark, Derek, Minty. Keep on spamming those me's if you're a subscriber. Corona King, Heart Touch, A Lock, Oil Man, David, keep on spamming those me's. One timeout remains for Duke. If I was the Blue Devils, I would try to get it to the freshman Con Kneppel, who is their best free throw shooter. They set it down screen. They got it to Flag. Flag got knocked to the ground, and a foul was called. And Flag is a little banged up here. Slow to get up. Now does get up. Yeah, it's a foul. Manuel Sharp grabs him from the hip there.
Why foul? You got him into the corner.
Sarah, how could I forget you? Sorry. Flag, 83.4% free throw shooter, will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Both teams are in the 1-and-1. It's been 7 fouls. There's how many fouls? So we got 8, 9. So 2 more fouls of the 1-and-1 for each squad. Flag is 6 for 6 at the line in this one. He's got 25 points in this game, leading the Duke Blue Devils. He makes the first free throw, got the friendly roll off front rim. 6-point Duke lead, minute 26 to go. Flag at the free throw line, makes both. Calm, cool, collected for the freshman. 7-point Duke lead. Game's not over if Houston doesn't make a bucket here, but it kind of feels like they got to score every trip down. Sharp driving on Malawach, gets inside, goes up strong. A late whistle, but there is one, and Emmanuel Sharp will go to the line for 2. Sharp, an 87% free throw shooter, just made 2 a minute ago, will have a chance to get it back to a 5-point game. And the thing is, you don't have to foul if you're Houston down 5 with the time left. Like, assuming he makes both free throws, you just play it out, try to get a stop, and then go from there. Sharp gets the good roll off the front rim, just like Flag did a moment ago. So it's a 6-point game now. Sharp's second free throw also good. Back to a 5-point game, 66-61. Continue to hit that sub button. Let's get to 405,000. 2,800 people on. What just happened here? Oh my goodness. Houston with the dumbest play of the year. The guy guarding the inbounder, Tugler, I think just reached and hit the ball. What is he doing? And that's a technical. What are the Cougars doing? How dumb can you be?
That might be the ball game.
Oh my Lord. Kelvin Sampson collapses to his knee. See, this is why I don't think I could coach. If I had a player do that, I actually think I would crash out on the side. Like, I would break my I know you can't show that emotion, but I would break my clipboard. I'd freak out. Like, you're down 5 in the minute 14. Now it's going to be free throws and ball for Duke.
Do they not know the rule?
Yeah, what is the refs reviewing here?
I swear, man. Basketball officials on both levels.
Dumb.
I think they just have to amp up the theatrics for whatever reason. It goes in the monitor.
Gets the call. Hey, you guys got to go to the monitor. We need more action. We need more drama.
It clear as day. What?
So it's Class B technical. Official ruling is that the Duke Blue Devils will choose any player they want to shoot one free throw, and then it's Duke ball. So it'll be Con Kneppel, the freshman from Milwaukee, heading to the line, their best free throw shooter. And he calmly knocks it down. It will be Duke ball still, up 6. If you're Houston, you still don't need the foul. Because if you could get a stop and a bucket, like, there's a minute 14 left. Over 3,000 people watching. Hit that sub button. Sion James to inbound. Gets it to Kneppel. They're going to double Kneppel. It gets back to James. And now James will just bring it up the floor and cross the half-court mark with a minute 5 to play. Houston needs a stop. I'd be willing to say the game's over if Duke scores here. Blue Devils looking for action. They finally get into their set. 10 on the shot clock. Sion James gets over to Kneppel. 5 on the clock. Kneppel makes a move, drives, off 2 feet, layup, blocked. Good stop by the Cougars. They needed it. Sharp out and running. 40 seconds. Sharp at the top of the key. Loses the handle. Swings it over to Uzan. Under 40 to play. Sharp pump fakes. He's open. It's a 3. Good! And it's a 3-point game with 32 seconds remaining. It took a little bit, but with the pump fake, you get flag in the air. Sharp, the second best three-point shooter on this Houston team, was able to knock it down. Here we go. Who you got? There's 32 seconds to go, and we got a 3-point game. Type D for Duke, H for Houston. Who you got taking this one home?
I know time is a very valuable asset right now, but do not foul immediately on the press.
I agree. You got to go for the steal initially, and if you can't and they get it across half court, that's when you foul.
They have 1 timeout or 2?
Houston now has 1. Each team has 1 left.
Hey, they didn't get the ball inbounded last time.
Not sure who has possession, Arrow. Has there been a jump ball this half? I don't think so. Didn't Houston start the second half with the ball, or did Duke? I can't remember now.
We'll just have to wait and see, because I have no idea.
We'll update you once we get back to action. I see a lot of people still rocking with Duke. The live poll is still 77% Duke, but Houston has made it interesting. Possession arrow belongs to Houston.
Without question, do not foul on the trap.
Yeah, you got a lot of time here. You got to try to trap them. Each team has 1 timeout left. Go for the jump ball. And I'll say this as well. If you were to get a jump ball and get the ball back with 25 seconds left,
we're going for 2.
Yeah, I mean, do not shoot a 3. Just get a bucket and then play the game again. All right, here we go. I did not expect this one to get close late, but Duke faltering down the stretch. They've scored 8 points over the last 10 minutes of game action. Might be more than that. 3,600 people watching. Hit that sub button. We're 100 away from 405,000. Sion James having a hard time getting it in. Ball deflected. It will stay with Duke, though. Good press put on by these Cougs. Boy, one thing you could say about that Houston team is that they are well coached in this situation, usually. I'm shocked they put Tugler on the ball again. Now, with that being said, he does have a 7'6" wingspan. Look how long his arms are. That's actually, I didn't recognize until now. That guy looks like Slender Man. That guy's arms are, what are we doing? We better not be reviewing this. I'll fucking freak out. Why is this getting reviewed? It was the most clear and obvious off Houston I've ever seen. Here, and I'm with Justin.
I told you,
ban replays.
What? The time? Take off like a tenth of a second.
I'll eat crow if it's not off Emmanuel Sharp, but it felt pretty obvious. He fucking volleyball spiked it out of bounds. In what world would you need to review that? Jesus.
I think Kelvin Sampson politicked his way into a review. Got him a fresh timeout.
It wasn't even close. I think not. I was gonna say something out of pocket. I won't say it.
Hey, I told you that was.
Guy, he just got it in. He got it in.
Almost at 5 seconds. What's with the patch on the? It looks so poorly done.
I will say the patch on the. Why didn't they just put on the right sleeve? Like, there's nothing on the right sleeve of the official.
Well, I don't like it. It looks like one of those sticker patches.
Yeah. Shocker, the call stands. Duke will retain possession. My goodness. Duke has had a couple of issues getting it in here. It's wild to say that you want the ball, if you're Houston, to get to Tyrese Proctor because he's the worst free throw shooter considering how good of a three-point shooter he is. Odd. Last person you want to have the ball if you're Houston is Con Kneppel. He's a 91% free throw shooter. This 30 seconds, we should start a timer. How long will this 30 seconds of game take? It's 10:43. Will we be done by 11? James having a hard time getting in. They just turned it over. Houston has the ball. 30 seconds. It's a three for the tie. No. Put back by Tugler goes. It's a 1-point game with 25 and a half seconds to go. What a collapse by the Duke Blue Devils. James to inbound. Gets it to Kneppel. They're trapping him. He gets it out to Proctor. Proctor gets across half court, and now Houston will foul the worst free throw shooter on the floor.
I say you better sprint to go foul him.
What a terrible pass by Sion James. Ill-advised three, if you're asking me, by Francis there after the steal. But the putback by Tugler makes it a 1-point game. Tyrese Proctor, a 68% free throw shooter, is going to the line. It's 1-1. He is a 50% free throw shooter in the tournament. He's 3 for 4 tonight. 4,300 people watching. Get in the comment section and let me know who you got, but also be subscribed to the channel. Proctor's free throw. He missed it. And then flag goes over the back. And that's going to be free throws for Houston. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Cooper Flag with an ill-advised move to go over the back of Roberts. And it's going to be free throws for the Cougars to potentially tie or take the lead.
May I ask again? Worst collapse, Auburn or Duke?
If Duke loses this game, it is going to be Duke because the way they've handled the last minute and a half alone has been a train wreck. Juwan Roberts, the veteran left-handed big man, has a chance to deliver Houston a lead for the first time this half. They've been down by as much as 14. It's a 1-1 with 19 seconds to go. Roberts, the lefty, nails the first, and we're tied at 67. The drama in San Antonio. Roberts has been in this program with Kelvin Sampson for multiple seasons, multiple years, could be a hero for Houston here if he makes the second free throw. He does. The Cougars lead by 1. 68-67. It's the first lead for Houston since it was 6-5. 19 seconds remain. Shire electing to call a timeout here. It's a 13-3 run for Houston over the last minute 48. Do the Cougars, who pride themselves on defense, have one more stop in them? Oh my goodness. Pandemonium in the student section for Houston. This is why you subscribe. 5,000 people watching. Get us to 405,000 subscribers. We are live for Auburn, Florida. We're live for Duke, Houston. The drama. This is March. I don't care it's April. It's always March. Justin, who are we going to if you're Duke here? Flag's been your guy all second half. I think you got to ride with the guy. He's your dude.
Him or Kneppel.
I would love to see Kneppel almost set a screen for Flag. See how Houston interacts with that.
Do some NBA action.
Because if they go both with Flag and Kneppel flares out, that's an elite three-point shooter on a good look. And if they blitz him, he can either swing it to the corner, show and go and drive to the rim. If I am Duke, though, I am trying to put pressure on the rim. Force the officials to make a call, potentially. Wow, what a wild game. We're 38 subscribers away from 405,000. Come on, let's get there. By the way, they just showed a graphic. Houston is on a 7-0 run in the last 17 seconds. A generational collapse by Duke.
This is bad. Very, very bad.
Missed free throws, turnovers. Oh, my goodness. Come on, we're under 30 away from 405K. Hit that sub button as we have the final possession here, potentially for the Blue Devils. I mean, the game's not over even if Duke misses because it would be, they'll follow Houston, and then yet worse, they'll have the ball with down 3 again. Come on, we're going to get to 405K. James to inbound. Duke doesn't have a timeout. Kneppel has it. Now they get the Flag on the left wing. 13 seconds. Flag drives on Roberts. Backs down. 10 seconds. Fade away from the free throw line. No good! Rebound to Houston! Sharp has it. They get the Crier, and they foul him with 4 seconds left! Oh my goodness! Flag unable to hit the turnaround. And now LJ Crier, a 90% free throw shooter, is going to go to the line with about 4 seconds left. I think they'll add time to the clock to give Houston a potential 3-point lead. Flag got to his spot just below the free throw line. Come up a little bit short. Excellent defense by Juwan Roberts. Good rebound by Houston, and they even took off about 6 extra seconds. Like, that shot was taken with like 11, 12 seconds. Rebound had with about 10. I mean, this is stunning. This is absolutely stunning. $6,200 people watching. Appreciate Marky Mark for the $1 super chat. They're reviewing for the time right now. It looked like the foul occurred with about 4 seconds left, in my opinion. Around there. Right now it says 2.5. I think if they add, it's like, I'm going to guess 4.4 is my guess, Justin. I can't believe this. I'm in disbelief. I'm stunned. They go 3.7 on the clock.
So, let me ask you this. Make the first one.
No. Do not miss. This is what I would do if I was Houston. Depends on the first free throw here. Crier, 91% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. 2-point Houston lead. I'm making this. I'm pressing. And as soon as Duke gets the ball in, fouling.
Oh, coward.
If I'm Houston, that's what I'm doing. There's not enough time to go back and forth in the free throw game. So I'm making this free throw, pressing, and fouling Duke immediately on inbound. That would be my strategy as a coach. Crier makes the second. 3-point lead. It looks like Houston is going to press. I wonder if they're going to do what I just talked about. James to inbound. Throws it deep. It's tipped. Ball loose. Kneppel has it. Proctor, 1 second. Good if it goes. No good. And Houston will be playing Florida on Monday for the national championship. A generational, and I mean generational, collapse by the Duke Blue Devils. leading by 14 with 10 minutes to go. They did not make a field goal for 7 minutes. They led by 6 with 30 seconds left. Houston went on a 7-0 run in 17 seconds to take the lead and go to the Natty. Wow! I am in absolute disbelief. I don't know what to say.
Hey, I think this is hilarious.
I can't believe it. I really can't. They looked like the better team all game long, and then just in the last 5 minutes, just shit down their leg.
How much money did people lose on this?
I'm with you, Jay Will. That is an unreal collapse. And it is pandemonium in Houston. Everybody was upset, called this the worst March Madness tournament in a long time. I agreed. These two Final Four games just made up for a lot of the disappointment over the past couple of weeks. Auburn, Florida was a banger. This game is gonna be talked about in history of college basketball for years and years to come. The collapse by Duke, the talent on that Duke team, for them to blow it in the fashion that they did, truly remarkable. It's hard to do. You would have had to try to do that. That is insane. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It will be Houston and Florida tipping off at 8:50 Eastern Time on Monday evening for the rights to be 2025 national champions. Wow. I keep on saying wow, but that's truly, I don't know what else to say. Like, you think you've seen it all in the sports world, and then you see a team as talented and well-coached as Duke do what they did in the final minute and a half of that game, and you're just like, how? Although a Duke-Florida national championship game would have been elite, I think a Houston-Florida game is going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to have the same notoriety and juice, but in terms of the matchup, yeah.
What do you think was the worst mistake?
I mean, up 3, he just threw a 50-50 ball.
Well, not that. But yeah, that was pretty bad. But not being able to inbound the ball, the miss on the front end of 1-and-1, or the foul.
The 1-and-1's bad. I'm shocked, man. Florida and Houston. Wow. Wow. The Cougs. Good for them, man. Good for them. I'll be very open right now. Appreciate the $2 super chat, Nav, man. Houston is Florida's worst nightmare. I think Houston wins that game, and I'll be rooting for Houston. They deserve that.
I mean, after this, you got all the momentum in the world.
They deserve it. I hope Houston wins. I really do.
I'm calling it now. They start the game on like a 20-5 run.
No.
Hey, if I'm Kelvin Sampson, what we just pulled off, why would y'all ever doubt yourselves? Y'all need to be walking on the moon.
I'm not going to lie. Cooper Flagg folding late. The only thing, and I mean only thing, that scouts have talked about Cooper Flagg in terms of the NBA draft on is his couple rough moments in the clutch. Most of it came in the non-con because Duke was just blowing people out in this tournament, the ACC tournament, at the end of the year in ACC play. But in the non-con, when they had a couple tough losses in close games, he struggled late. And the first time they're tested here, he struggles again. So it's just something to just write down your notes. Just write in your notes. Cooper Flagg might not have that gene. Has all the talent in the world. Looks like a top player that you would, a top 10 pick if you did an NBA redraft right now. Might not have that in his bag. All right, we'll stay live here if any super chats come in. We still got 2,200 people watching. If not, we'll sign off. Me and Justin have been here live since 4:50, basically. We had a 15-minute gap in between, but what has that been? Nearly 5-6 hours, whatever that is. Yeah, 6 hours. So we'll sign off. Yeah, I do owe a beer bong for 405K subscribers. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know what? I'll do the beer bong and then we'll sign off. It's late on a Saturday night. It's midnight on the East Coast. We'll let you guys go. Me and Justin have been here for a while. We'll head off. Unbelievable. Eclipsing 100,000 viewers on both of our both streams. Last year, like I mentioned, combined, not as good matchups, not as good games. They were both blowouts in the Final Four. Like 70,000 total views between the two. And, I mean, tripling it today. I mean, that's pretty good work. Pretty good work. So good work, Justin. Thank you guys for coming along and joining with us. Shout out to all the new subscribers. 405K. Shout out to y'all. All right, appreciate everybody who's tuned in today. Over 220,000 people across our two streams. All the donations, greatly appreciated. Make sure you join me and Justin again Monday night for the national championship game between the Houston Cougars, the 1 seed from the Midwest, and the Florida Gators, the 1 seed from the West. SEC champions, Big 12 champions, all the drama. It'll be fun. See you there Monday night.